actors. None of the rest actors.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I was just wondering if we're ever going to get to see the third Holmes brother.
What third Holmes brother?
It was mentioned in season 2, I believe.
When?
When Minecraft said, we all know what happened to the other one. Yeah.
You already know how much of an answer you're gonna get. But thanks for asking.
Hi, my name is Beatriz from Spain. And I would like to know if we are ever gonna see Mr. Turner marries Wand. You know, the couple who lives next to Holmes and Watson.
I have not prepped for that question. But I'll give you a boring detail, which is the reason we've got, because as you know, Mark and I have no lives at all. We're just like uber geeks that people rashly give money to. We try and tie up bits of Conan Doyle continuity that don't work. In one of the stories, because he's very careless, he changes Mrs. Hudson's name by mistake. He changes from Mrs. Hudson to Mrs. Turner. So Mark and I worry about this kind of thing and how we can fix it. So we decide Mrs. Turner was the woman next door who took over landladying while Mrs. Hudson was ill. Yes, we do worry about these things. Other details that we fixed is that we gave Hamish the middle name for John Hamish Watson. Oh, never mind, that was too boring. Okay. I think Dorothy L. Sayers takes the credit for this one. In one of the stories, Doyle is so careless with his continuity, he accidentally changes Dr. Watson's Christian name from John to James, right? So Mrs. Watson, who should know better, calls him James. And he doesn't say anything like, darling, I have mentioned this before, Tom. So Dorothy L. Sayers, many years ago, came up with the idea that his middle name, John H. Watson, was Hamish, which is the Scottish form of James, and she liked to use his middle name. So we included that idea. In the very first story of A Study in Scarlet, Sherlock, are you bored yet? Sherlock Holmes Dr. Watson has a wounded shoulder and complains about the bullet in his shoulder. In the next story, it has mysteriously migrated to his leg. He didn't even go back and look. It ruined somewhere. So we did that thing in A Study in Pink where, you know, it's psychosomatic, etc. Because we really care about things that grown-ups should not care about. Applauding my immaturity!
Hi, my name is Jordan. So besides all the little lines and snippets you've put into episodes in the past for the fan base, have you ever seen any speculation or rumors that have affected the way you write certain aspects of the script?
No, not really, I'm afraid. Oh, hang on. There's one from my friend Paul Cornell, a very fine comics writer, who's written Doctor who came up with a brilliant theory about how Sherlock Holmes got hold of a dead body that looked like himself, based on the fact that the child screamed at him in narrating that fall. And Mark and I looked at that and thought, that ties off that problem, so we nicked it. And I'm not sure I've ever told Paul that he I think was very pleased that he'd accurately guessed that. He doesn't know to this day, I don't think, that he made it up. So if that counts, that passed. But generally speaking, I'm a huge, unrepentant admirer of the extraordinary explosion of creativity around Sherlock and indeed around Doctor Who, I think is incredibly exciting. I think it's hot-housing talent. That's what is amazing about fan fiction and fan art and all those fan endeavours. I think it's a brilliant, brilliant thing. But we can't, in a way, we can't converse with it that way. We have to do our version, and you lot have to do your version, and one day you'll get bored of our version and do your own version of something else, and you'll become writers and artists and creators. I do think it's possibly the single most rewarding thing about the job is that other people get turned on to the idea of creating this kind of stuff through our show. I'm wrong in that.
And this is Benedict Cumberbatch. To make an appearance. So. But Stephen
has never stood in a room of that many people.
I made it to the right panel this time.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, Stephen, I'm a huge fan of yours. I appreciate the fact that you assume intelligence from your audience. I really love that. Thank you very much. But I wanted to say that. Yeah. I wanted to say that you have written both sides of the story where in the end Sherlock outsmarts his opponent, and in the other side his opponents outsmart him, like you said with Irene. Is there a version that you enjoy writing more?
I'm not sure I have written both sides of that story. I think I rather like Sherlock Holmes losing. In A Study in Pink, the murderer turns up at his door and gives him a lift. That's making crime solving easy, isn't it? He makes a complete fool of himself in a scandal in Belgravia, and in his last vow, he's completely outplayed and he shoots the villain in the face. It's good. It's like I think the big moments of high drama in Sherlock Holmes' life are where his supreme reason doesn't work, and we see the great heart come to rescue the day. So, on the other hand, I think I'd probably have to write a Sherlock Holmes story where he wins properly.
Hi, my name is Katie. I was wondering that because there's so much other material, there's so many of the other stories, what is it about a part or an idea that stands out to you that you want to make part of the show?
Just my enthusiasm for it, or Mark's enthusiasm for it. We don't always love the same moments, so there's that. Just the things you just want to have a crack at. One of the things that after season 2, where we did The Woman, the Hound, and the Professor, which are the big ones everyone knows. I think the thing we like best doing now is simply finding those bits that nobody knows about, that are so good. There are so many things in Dog that people don't know about. Moments of humour, moments of insight, moments of truly brilliant writing. Because he was a brilliant writer, and that's not said often. Bringing those to the front are the most exciting things.
But sometimes also you do it the other way around, don't you? You're trying to solve a problem in the script, and you go back to the originals to try and find something that will then solve that problem. That's wonderful.
Oh yes, we were having a problem with Pounds of Basketball, which was a very tough script. And we wanted a great entrance from Sherlock Holmes. And Mark went back to the original, leafed through the pages, and said, "Oh, Black Peter, he arrives with a harpoon, having slaughtered a pig. Let's do that." And so I was looking for a great entrance for Sherlock Holmes in his last vow, and I remembered the beginning of The Man with the Twisted Lip, where Dr. Watson goes to reclaim someone from a drug den, and Sherlock Holmes is there. What a great way to introduce your dashing BBC One hero.
Hi, my name is Bernice, and I would like to know that since you just announced that we're going to have the special in cinemas, can we expect like a Sherlock world tour like you did with Doctor Who? Or would you like to?
I'll pass you over to the boss.
Well, it'd be lovely. We'd love to go around and see more places. We don't quite know what we're doing yet for that, I'm afraid. Sorry. That was musical, was it? No.
My name's Ruthie, and first of all, I was at the Sherlock party that you and Sue crashed a couple of years ago. It was very fun. I got a hug from both of you. Anyway, so somebody took my real question, so the next question is, because Lestrade in the books was so back and forth, he was either a cranky Meister or he was like wise, did you write Lestrade more likable because that's what you wanted, or because Rupert was so charming?
It's absolutely true that when Rupert came in for the audition, he gave us a version of Lestrade we weren't quite expecting, which was the really good copper. I think the man you absolutely believed could be the star of another series where presumably he fails to solve crimes. Lestrade baffled. Bloody blue, that is. Who stole my car? And you know, when you have, by common consent, the most attractive man in the world playing the part, you have to accommodate that. I think Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Moss are just a bit resentful because they know that Lestrade is more handsome. Certainly Benedict Martin.
And Rupert, would you star in Lestrade Baffled? Like a website?
Yes, yeah.
We can make that happen.
Yeah.
Next question.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Catherine, and I just wanted to know, Mr. Moffat, how as a writer you feel your craft has evolved throughout the years, and how you feel it is evolving or will evolve in the future.
I don't often watch my old stuff. I don't do that very much. In fact, once I've sort of finished with the show, I kind of never watch it again. I see the people, but I don't ever watch it again. I always think when I accidentally do catch one of the old things I've written, I'm always faintly depressed that I made exactly the same mistakes 20 odd years ago as I make now. So I'm not sure if it has evolved. I think I think I've got better, not good, but better at handling emotion than I used to be. I think my fatal predilection for always, sometimes for not knowing when enough's enough, in terms of a surprise or any of those things. I think I've got better at controlling that, not perfect, but better. And I think through the constant pressure of Sue and Mark and many others, I am not in such fabulously poor taste as often as I used to be, but still quite iffy at times. I think anything's funny, and people sometimes have to tell me, that's really not funny, it's offensive, actually. To every living human being, you've actually demonstrated a prejudice against life. You cannot say that. Now, but it's funny to you and nobody else who has ever been. You laughed, nobody else is going to laugh, they're all going to hate you. So, evolve backwards. There you go. Jittered about it. I'm slower. Hey! I'm nodding.
Hi, my name is Rachel. I'm from San Diego, and in prior seasons, the episodes have rate about a month, and Great Britain before in the US. Do you have posts that later they'll air on the same day?
We're all talking all the time. We're trying to get everything closer and closer. Yeah, so that's the aim. Hang on. The aim is to get closer and closer.
There was a shortening last season.
Yeah, it was much
They
better.
moved it a lot closer.
Much better.
Yeah.